I'm in the lorry, obviously. Today is the day Qantas is going to have his sarcoid removed at Pool House Equine Hospital. It's a bit misty, but he's all loaded up. Hey Q Boyd, let's go. Passport handed over. Qantas has been taken away by the vet nurse. I'm just going to wait in my lorry now to wait for the vet to have a good examination of him, make sure it's only the one that needs taking off. It's a little bit embarrassing that Qantas lay in wet mud this morning, so he's a little bit soggy for them, which isn't ideal, but what can you do when I've only got one stable? He actually walked away like really peacefully. There's quite a few spooky things and he was good as gold, so fingers crossed, long may that continue. Yeah, so we're going to wait for the veterinary surgeon to have a good look, give an estimate of how long he's going to be and how much it's going to cost, and then I guess depending on how long they think he's going to be, I have no concept of what it might be, we'll either wait here for him or go back. I'll probably ride Azid, wait for the call, and then come and pick him up. Hello.
There's one thing I got back over my face. Hi.
Come on then, here we go.
So we can't lose him, just in case there was another crazy big arrow.
I saw! We're back at home and Qantas was a good boy. The vets and the nurses and Rhiannon, the girl that I know that works there, all said he was super good, weren't you? So he had 2 done. I just show you his little tag, Qantas Langley. Look at him. So cute. Okay, so he had, if you're squeamish, look away now. This one under the girth area. I don't know if you can really see that. And this one, I don't know if it's going to be too dark to see, but there's one there as well. There we go. Yeah, looking good. And actually, the Aftercare isn't too bad, so he'll be on sachet oral antibiotics and bute, and he is allowed to live out, so that the more that they move, the less swelling there is. It's undressed, keeping nice and wet for the healing, and they even said if he's not too sore, ride him tomorrow with a fluffy girth, but I think that would be quite sore, so we'll wait for that to heal a fair bit before I put any guess. And there's no rush either, so he can do lots of handwork in the meantime. I can't believe how good you are. Hey? Just leave me alone. I'm a superstar now. It is day 2 for Qantas post sarcoids being lasered off. Forgot what they were for a second then. I thought I'd show you the medication he's on, and it really hasn't affected how he eats his feed. I think you could literally put anything in Qantas's feed and he would still eat it. So I'll show you the medication, have my special medication feed mixing spoon, because I don't like to mix between the horses if any of them are on medication, because obviously my competition horses would get drug tested and they're banned substances, so I don't want to take any risks, and that's why they all have their own buckets as well. So let me show you what he is eating. So first off, I've put the Speedy Beet and Fibre Beet mix into the bowl, so the medication doesn't all get stuck to the bottom. And then his first sachet, he's on one of these once a day, is the Medicine plain. It's an antibiotic. He had IV antibiotics in the clinic on the day of the surgery, and now he's on one of these a day. for 7 days. Because they want him to be out all the time, they don't want me to clean the wound. They were like, please, it'll be so tempting, it'll look gross, but please don't clean it. I'm sending them picture updates and stuff. It's going to basically heal from the inside out. So that's just to make sure that he doesn't get any infections. So we'll pop that in. And a little tip that I like to do with medication is keep the empty sachets and put them on the other side of the box. So the ones I've used go on this side, the ones to go I take from that side. That way I know exactly, because my memory isn't great, how many he's had, how many there is to go, and I don't throw any away, so I don't have to be like, how many did I give, what day did I start, that kind of thing. So I just keep it all till it's all done, and then I throw it away as one. The second medication he has is equipalazone, which is more commonly known as Bute. I think that's actually its drug name rather than the brand name. Phenylbutazone, there we go. I don't know if this is apple flavoured. It's got a little apple there. I think it is, by the smell of it. And this is an anti-inflammatory, so it will reduce the swelling. Let's tip that one in. It even is a little bit apple coloured. And that's all the medication he's on. So let me get my medication spoon. In the move of the feed room going from where the feed room was to the barn, I wasn't here for that move, and I lost 2 of my stirring spoons and my drumsticks that I used to stir with. So this spoon is actually a bit of wood that Dan whittled into a spoon during his lockdown boredom. So it has been demoted or promoted, I'm not sure, to the medication pony spoon. Then lastly, on top of that, his normal feed, he's gonna have a cup of the Bailey's Performance Balancer. So I'm just gonna fill the hay nets for the week, and then we'll go up and see Qantas and see how his wounds are doing on day 2. Halfway, only 4 more to go. Ta-da! Those 2 are for today, and then the rest, my little hay net pile, are for the next 4 days. So I finished filling up the hay nets for the next 4 days, and I thought I'd share another fun little fact for you, all the cool things in today's vlog. So I had the equine dentist out on Friday as well for all 3 of them. Can you hear the rain? It's really pouring down now. The equine dentist out for all 3 of them, and they were vaccinated as well. For FEI, horses have to be vaccinated every 6 months. Under normal circumstances in the UK, horses have to be vaccinated for flu every 12 months. So they had their booster jabs. Tizzy is obviously getting much older. She's got arthritis in her jaw, so her teeth aren't as good as they used to be, and she had a very wobbly tooth that had to be taken out. The reason they take them out and not leave them there to just wobble is when they're kind of loose, stuff can kind of get packed around it or down into the tooth root, and they can get an infection, and obviously that's kind of way more damaging and dangerous to her than just taking the tooth out and it being free space that we can flush. So I kept her tooth. I don't know if that's weird, but I thought I'd show you, so look away if you're squeamish. Ta-da! So what the equine dentist said to me is that normally teeth on a horse would be like 11, so it'd be probably about maybe that long, where my finger is there. So normally they'd be much, much longer, and horses' teeth, they're not like ours. They keep kind of growing up and they get ground down from them chewing and things. And where you can see kind of like the red bloody bits, that's as much gum that was holding this tooth on, and normally that would be much longer, so the gum would usually be all the way up to there. So there wasn't much holding this tooth in, but yeah, Tizzy's tooth has had to come out. She's completely fine. She didn't need any kind of bute, there was no swelling, she seems really happy, she's eating really well, so hopefully having this out will mean that she doesn't get kind of infections, nothing gets stuck down in between this tooth now. So the only thing kind of to look out for is obviously the food getting in that gap, but hopefully the blood clot will have kind of closed it up, and food will be able to move normally through. But the other thing you've got to look out for is the other tooth. So horses obviously chew in like a circular motion, and their teeth grind on the opposing one up in like the top jaw, bottom jaw. So when this tooth is gone, the tooth at the top has nothing to grind on, so you just need to make sure that they're getting regularly checked and that tooth doesn't become really long. I was told it's not so much of an issue when they're old because they don't have as much tooth to erupt. But yeah, that's another little pony update. So I've actually got 2 ponies with holes in at the moment. See what I mean? This pony does not care. Medication does not put him off. It is a very miserable, wet, blustery day today. Okay, let's have a look. Let's go for the back one first. Good boy. See how we're doing. Oh, it's looking really good. There it is. That's looking lovely. Right up Qantas's bum there, guys. That's exactly what you came for. Okay, this is the bigger one, obviously. Let's have a little look. Not bad. A little bit of swelling. Tiny bit of like drip. I don't know how close you want to get. Drip there, looking really clean. Swelling's gone down, there's only a little bit over here now, but looking really good. The aftercare for this so far, fingers crossed, it's pretty low maintenance, he's being really good. Hopefully that continues. You've been a very good patient, haven't you, so far? Yum yum, Qantas. Hey, you don't seem too sore either, do you? You're moving fine. What are you doing? You've learnt that off Azid. Stop it. Look how horrible and slippy and clayey our fields are as soon as there's a bit of rain. It's a week after Qantas's lasering. He's doing really well. Hasn't been really sore and there's not been much swelling. It's looking a little bit, it was really super dry, looking a little bit wetter now, we'll show you. So I'm hoping maybe in the next week to 2 weeks we can actually get a girth on and start riding him again. I'm going to plan his training. Aziz's training has been planned, ongoing, so coming up in a vlog soon will be kind of a week in his training and how I plan like the blocks and his plan for the season. Fingers crossed if all goes well. But come and have a little look. If you're squeamish, look away. Have a little look at Qantas's hole. There we go. The butt one, and actually I personally didn't send, the vet sent skin samples to check they'd taken everything out and check what they actually were. The one underneath at the front under the girth was actually a sarcoid. This, interestingly enough, was a melanoma, which is very unusual for a chestnut and of his age. There's the butt one. Look away now if you're squeamish. So both healing really well, neither are sore. Right, he'll let you touch them. Yes. So hopefully next few weeks we can plan his training and get him going again. He's got a new saddle, new girth to try. I think we've got kind of the bit sorted last year, so fingers crossed this is the year that he does his novice season, hopefully, maybe.